This area is full of volcanoes, and one of them appears to be smoking, which raises the sort of question best answered from a safe distance. In this episode, I head back across the border for another taste of Pucón, partly for pleasure, partly to avoid a general strike in Argentina, before returning stateside to take in the resort towns of Pehuenia and Caviahue. Day 105 finds me in San Martín de los Andes, which turns out to be the pick of Argentina's Lakeland Euro tribute acts. It's charming, scenic, and entirely worth revisiting, a thought I'm quietly enjoying when the town delivers its parting gift, a traffic jam of unexpectedly metropolitan proportions. Still waiting for the morning caffeine to fully kick in, it takes a moment for me to remember I'm on a motorcycle and I don't have to put up with this. It turns out to be a petrol queue, that great Argentinian lottery where the prize is the ability to actually leave town. Fortunately, I'm all juiced up, so a petrol queue is a dice roll for another day. My original plan after San Martín was to point the bike north and continue en route to 40, but news that unions are planning a general strike for the next 2 days in Argentina prompts a change of plan. Having no particular desire to experience what closed Argentina feels like, I've decided to slip back into Chile for a couple of days. Fortunately, Pucón happens to be nearby, and since I enjoyed it the first time round, a second helping seems only polite. Distracted by yet another friendly checkpoint, I miss my turn. But in Argentina, a navigational error is merely an invitation to explore a dirt detour you didn't know you wanted to see. From here, it's just over 60 k's to the border, with the last stretch running through the Parque Nacional Lanín, which is the scenic way of saying, enjoy the tarmac while it lasts. For now though, it's sun, smooth road, and a volcanic landscape that's becoming increasingly difficult to be casual about.
Trying to find my way out, trying to find my way out. My heart, it wanders through the night, searching for the starlight, searching for the starlight. Will I find my way back home? Will I find my way back home?
Drawing closer to the border, Volcan Lanín announces itself on the horizon. At just under 3,800 meters, it's a middling giant by the standards of this region, which is to say, anywhere else in the world, it would be considered impressive. As the park gate appears, the tarmac vanishes. The consolation is that gliding past nervous car drivers and avoiding the worst of their dust never loses its appeal. The Lanín National Park is a sanctuary for the Araucaria, better known as the monkey puzzle tree, An evolutionary oddity that looks like it was designed by a committee tasked with inventing a tree that even a monkey would find structurally baffling.
Rising from the dark, following my heart, calling out for air. This is just
A cluster of traffic cones, a stop sign, and something resembling a gate briefly convinces me I've found the border. In fact, it's just another police checkpoint where the officers are currently occupied with breakfast, morning tea, or some deeper philosophical reckoning with the concept of work.
this is just a start. I'm moving through the shadows.
A few k's on, the actual border post materialises. At this point, the procedure has become a practice ritual, a bit of standing in line, the rhythmic thud of stamps on paper, then on your way, sir. With exit formalities dispatched, it's a short run through no man's land to the Chilean side. Judging by the volume of cars going the other way, Argentina is apparently very popular today, or possibly everyone is racing back before the strikes shut the border too. As is now customary, the tarmac beginning marks the actual border. Chile, as always, announces itself through the quality of its road surfaces. And not long after, the Chilean border post materialises for the final formalities. I've crossed 12 borders on this trip with nothing more than a polite nod towards my luggage, but this time customs insists on the full X-ray treatment. Although oddly, the full X-ray treatment means they only want to scan the contents of my duffel bag. My panniers and tank bag are apparently considered beyond reproach. On the Chilean side, the scenery is greener, the road smoother, and the temperature is building towards something I'll need to have a word about later. From here, it's a 70-odd K roll down the hill to Pucon, with the Volcan Lanín behind me and Volcan Villarrica peeking over the horizon like a curious neighbour. Ascending the 1,000-odd metres from the border brings a steady rise in temperature, and the gauge on my bike confirms what my body has known for a while: it's hot. But that thought is interrupted by a proper look at Volcan Villarrica, which, as you may recall from the trip south, presides over Pucón with the casual menace of a landlord who hasn't quite committed to either warmth or eviction, and it appears to be smoking. I decide this is probably fine. Probably. The last few Ks into Pucon sees the mercury drop to a comparatively more comfortable 34 degrees. I've put myself in for a few nights to wait out the Argentinian strikes, and I'm now wondering how optimistic I should feel about the possibility of aircon. Day 108, and its farewell to hostile Eiffel House and its friendly proprietor Ali. Pucon once again proves difficult to leave, but Argentina hopefully open again for business and Route 40 await. As I aim the bike to the exit road, Garmin seems to have other ideas. Apparently, it feels I've not yet fully appreciated Pucon and is proposing at least one additional lap of the town centre as a parting tribute. But I decline this special routing, instead taking a simple left which will lead me out of town. For today's route, I've decided to take the time to loop around Lago Villarrica and a couple of other small lakes, which will also have the benefit of dumping me at a different border crossing slightly further north. But for now, it's a little backtrack from earlier in the trip to the town of Villarrica before I swing north. Out the other side, and the smooth tarmac soon surrenders to a gravel shortcut. This was expected, and although the paving does return for a while ahead, I know the last 20 k's or so to the border are also going to be a little on the rough side. A brief stop offers the chance to contemplate the scale of volcanic enthusiasm on display. Volcán, one of Chile's most active, is over the hill in front of me, and the lava field stretching across the foreground is its handiwork. A major eruption in 2008, and the land still hasn't quite gotten over it. Back on the road, and the Andes foothills reassert themselves with some encouraging curves, but the fun is soon interrupted with the arrival of gravel, a little earlier than expected. Initially, it appears to be short-lived, with a sealed section here and there, but ultimately settles in for the foreseeable future.
Open your eyes to what's in front of you. My hands are tied, so lock the door. I'll remind you I've been so lost. I can bear another blurry loss. All I know is what you are.
entrance of Laguna Ilcama signals arrival at the village of the same name, and more importantly, the start of the final climb and tarmac to the border.
Moments later.
Chilean exit formalities are completed in what I can only describe as record time, 5 minutes tops, and crossing into Argentina, I find unusually a paved road on their side of the border. It's only 3 k's to the Argentine post admittedly, but still a pleasant surprise. Back into Argentina is efficient if slightly terse, but as I pull away from the post, the significance of the moment lands. This is crossing number 13 and the last of my trip. From here, it's Argentina all the way to the end. Lucky number 13 and not a moment too soon. Today's final destination is Villa Pehuenia, a sleepy lakeside resort town a leisurely 8 k's down the road. After a few days in Pucón, I've decided that leisurely is exactly the pace I want. A couple of nights here for the lakeside views, the quiet, and the general pleasure of not being anywhere urgent. Day 110 opens with a genuinely stunning morning. Today I'm continuing the resort town hopping agenda, this time heading for Caviahue, a small ski resort that at 1,300 metres is modest by Andean standards, but appears to have a personality of the kind worth visiting. The smooth Argentinian pavement is briefly suspended in favour of a shortcut that delivers dust and a series of forceful opinions from the road surface. The roadworks suggest this is all temporary, but for now it's visor down, grip firm, and enjoy what are in fairness some rather handsome views. West End bunkie puzzles eventually released me onto Route 242. From here it's supposedly paved all the way to Caviahue, but this being Argentina, that claim is noted with a respectful skepticism. The plateau opens up in a way that recalls the deserts of southern Patagonia, stark, sparse and surprisingly affecting after days of forest. And all of this at no significant altitude. Caviahue itself sits at a mere 1300 metres, which in this part of the world barely registers as a hill. The ancient lava formations remind me that the local plumbing is still hot. Caviahue's reputation for geothermal springs was one of the reasons I was keen to come. The other was that it was on the way, sort of. After a long but agreeable ride, I make landfall in Caviahue. Like most ski resorts in summer, it looks a bit like an actor caught without makeup, but it retains a certain quiet dignity. Before stopping for the day, I'm taking a 12-kilometre detour to a geothermal area called Las Máquinas, or Little Machines. This has been promising itself since I first read about the place. But before I can experience all things small and mechanical, a police checkpoint appears, one where for a change, I'm actually stopped to be given the full Papers, Please experience. Documental.
Guess I'll go to Mexico, all because his love is gone.
I imagine the appearance of a foreign registered vehicle is a bit of a novelty around here, so with formalities complete, some explanation is required for just how an Aussie riding a UK registered bike ended up here. The officers are friendly and interested, and one even speaks a little English, which helps when I try to explain that I'm literally just going up the road and coming back again. And clearly they have my well-being at heart, charmingly checking that I have enough water for the epic 24 Ks of my round trip.
And multiply my mind will divide evasive but within reach.
My first stop is a capped steam well, drilled some 40 years ago to investigate the feasibility of geothermal power in the area. Below it, about 1,200 metres down to be precise, sits a superheated steam reservoir at 230 degrees. It's effectively a very large, very dangerous kettle. Further up the road, I arrive at the maquinas themselves, a collection of fumaroles, boiling springs, and mud pools going cheerfully about their business. Since visiting Yellowstone many years ago, and later Iceland, I've had a weakness for geothermal fields, the theatrical indifference of the Earth doing exactly what it wants directly in front of you. The day is long, and the machines will keep bubbling along without me, so it's time to head back to Caviahue. Back in town, the friendly police have vanished. Either they've met their quota of inquisitive travellers, or, as Argentinians have a gift for recognising, it's simply beer o'clock. More gravel. Waterfalls. Mountains. Horses. Rain. Curves. High altitude. And water crossings.